Unfortunately, things cost money. While you could rob things, that's illegal for some reason. I don't know why. And one thing that costs money is video games. Video games nowadays cost always around a specific amount, 80 Canadian dollars, or if you're American, $60. This has been the standard for a while until now, where games are getting a $10 increase. I think that's fine, but that's video games on modern systems. For aspiring retro video game collectors like me, things are a completely different story. And said story always ends with an empty bank account. How on earth do we get prices like this? Aside from eBay sellers being the scum of the earth, there's gotta be a reason why some retro games cost more money than your internal organs. That's what we're here to talk about today. Why are retro video games so goddamn expensive? The most obvious thing is demand. Recently, people have been wanting to get into retro video games, but since the demand is ridiculously high, the supply of said games cannot catch up with the ever growing demand. Plus, with certain companies not releasing their old stuff, it already makes the existing supply from 20 years ago all we got. The best example of this happening is the GameCube. The GameCube is my number one most desired console ever. Its games are some of the best in their respective franchises, and the library is also filled with so many hidden gems too. But I'm not alone, far from it. Many people want a GameCube as much as I do, but unfortunately, the console didn't perform too well because of the PlayStation 2, making the console quite rare, causing its library to go up in value along with the console itself. Yeah, the sales of the console itself can greatly impact the price that many games on it are sold at. If the console is rare, the games on that console will naturally skyrocket in value as well. Sega in the mid 90s didn't do so well. Their two home consoles sold 9 million each, and since basically nobody bought these consoles, the value of some games, especially on the Saturn, are just ridiculous. Even Sonic games, Sega's mascot, their flagship Sonic games on the Sega Saturn are also super duper rare. I just don't want to imagine the prices of the Sega Saturn's lesser known games. Another thing is that certain genres can get cursed with costing more than a small intestine. The most common genre to get cursed with this curse is RPGs. While they are respected nowadays, not even 10 years ago, they weren't respected at all. Like how Xenoblade Chronicles wasn't even gonna make it to North America at all. Well, later, Nintendo actually did it, but super late into the Wii U's life, causing basically nobody to buy it. Then, when people actually gave a damn about Xenoblade because of Shulk being in Smash Bros. In 2014, the price exploded. Thankfully, it has calmed down after 2014, and now you don't have to sell your newborn on a decade-old Wii game, not to mention its countless re-releases on other consoles. Other RPGs aren't as lucky as Xenoblade though. Earthbound is one of my favorite video games of all time. I love everything about it. The music, sprites, story, and setting makes it stand out from any other RPG. I have to make an hour-long video about it someday. Anyway, due to nobody in America giving a damn about RPGs at the time, and its horrendous marketing, the game absolutely tanked in America. Like, really tanked. For reference, Chrono Trigger, another really awesome game, sold twice as much as Earthbound, and it still costs a lot of money. Even the DS remake costs a lot. So, how much is Earthbound in 2023? Well, I mean, there's much worse ways to get into debt. I'll give it that. Finally, eBay sellers and retro video game stores will just overprice things because they can. Here's a fun story. One time I was in a retro video game store, and then I saw it. The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. Not the Wii version or the HD version, the GameCube one. It was so cool, it was $400. Yes, I'm not joking. It wasn't even graded or anything, and I don't remember if it was a new copy, and even if it was, that's still overpriced as hell. Many stores can do this because they know people are desperate as hell, and it works. That's how they even get to stay in business at all. Sure, it's scummy, but I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do to get that paper. Just always check price charting websites to see if you get ripped off or not. The retro video game scene is bigger than ever before, which causes a heavy demand for games that just can't keep up. Unfortunately, that's just how things are. But until the day you find Sonic R being sold at $5 at a flea market, you're gonna have to pay up. Just remember to pay responsibly. After all, nobody wants to be known as the guy that spent their entire family's secret fortune over Mega Man 8 on the Sega Saturn. Anyway, that's all what I have for today. So for now, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching.